It's crazy to me how good of a projector you can get for under $100 these days. I remember when my family first got a projector back when I was a lot younger, and it was, you know, a beast with a bulb, and it cost thousands of dollars. You had to replace the bulb. It was such a pain. Now you can go buy a mini projector like this for under $100. And one of the ones that I reviewed on my channel not too long ago was this, the Yotan Y3. This thing is ultra compact and perfect for taking on the go, camping, to presentations, things like that. And Yotan reached back out to me to let me know they had updated their very popular Y3 for 2022. The new model is brighter and has a higher native resolution, and in this video I'm gonna unbox it, show you everything that's inside, set it up and compare it to the old first generation Yotan Y3, and then let you know if I think it's worth grabbing the new version if you have the old one or if you just don't have one at all yet. Now, if you're new here, my name is Jordan. This is the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. Now, we're gonna dive into looking at this. If you're not already though, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. It helps me grow and keep bringing you tech reviews every week. But enough of that, let's dive into taking a look at the Yotan Y3. So big changes from the first version. We already talked about the brightness and the resolution. This is a 480p native resolution, and this is a 720, although I think they say it can like scale up to 1080. I don't know how that works, but we're gonna see if the clarity is better. But just from the packaging standpoint, we got a white box versus the black box. Size-wise, the new box is like a quarter of an inch bigger. That's about it. It's pretty much the same though. Now on the box, spec-wise, I already told you about the 720p. It has HDMI input, aux, USB, and AV. Really nice to see HDMI in a little baby projector like this. It's basically the standard everyday, you know, nowadays, but it's crazy that there's projectors that still don't have it. But let's open this up. Now inside the box, it's split into the projector itself and the accessories. Now you'd think that even a box this small would be a very tiny projector, but the projector only takes up like 3/4 the size of this box. This is the projector. Okay, look how tiny this little guy is. It's so small. Now, are you gonna be doing a huge home theater with this? No. Are you going to be doing this in a well-lit room or outdoors? Probably not, unless it's, you know, very dark camping or something like that. But this is just incredibly small. You could put this in a backpack or a purse and take it with you. Now, we're going to talk more about the ins and outs of this, but I also want to point out that you do get a nice user manual in the box. It's actually a user manual, not just a quick start guide. And then inside the accessory box, let me open that up. You're going to get a few things. You're going to get an HDMI cable, nice thick HDMI cable, I might add, which is good to see. You're also going to get your power cable, which is just your DC to AC wall wart. Pretty standard there. And you're going to get a remote. And we've seen this exact remote a million times on this channel before because they all use the same model. So that is your accessories. Now let me throw those back in the box and we'll take a look at the projector itself. Now, like I said, the big selling point of this guy is that it is ultra compact, by far the smallest projector I've reviewed on this channel, but it still has a lot of features from bigger projectors. For example, we've got our HDMI input, we've got our power input, then you have your headphone out as well as an AV out if you want to go to a sound system. And then we've also got a USB, so if you want to play files off of a flash drive, you can do that right there. I don't know, let me double check if this guy has got wireless transmission. I'm not sure. I don't think that it does, but I actually could be mistaken. I've misspoke before, so let me take a look in the manual here. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, I don't see like wireless casting to this guy. Honestly, that would be a lot to ask in a projector this small. Now, it does come with a lens cap on there, which is good for taking on the go. And then surprisingly on the side, we have a manual focus wheel and a manual Keystone Adjustment. It is worth noting that this Keystone Adjustment is only in one direction. So I believe it's like if the projector's pointing down, you can correct the bottom, but you can't correct the top. It's pretty limited. Your best bet with this is going to be shooting straight on. So prop it up or put it wherever you need to. Other than that, there is a little leveling foot right here, or a little screw that you can lift up the front of the projector if you do need to tilt it a little bit, and there is a mounting bracket if for some reason you wanted to mount this somewhere, probably not in a theater, but you could maybe find a place for it. It does have a little grate right here with a fan, so it will keep itself cool and won't overheat while you're using it. Now, with it being an LED projector, that's probably not a concern anyway, but it's nice that they include it. Now, of course, we want to see how it looks. It's going to be hard to convey over here, but I'm going to set up a screen, and I'm not going to project this super big. The the manual does say that the image size can go up to, let me tell you, up to 120 inches. You'd probably be pushing the brightness at that big, but for an 80-inch screen, this is gonna be great. I've got a 120-inch screen. I'm gonna put this side by side with the old version, and we'll compare the brightness and the clarity. All right, so right here, I've got the first generation Yotan Y3 projector running. This is kind of the standard 4K test video that I use when I film. Let me center this as best I can. Sorry, my gimbal's a little bit wonky. There we go. So I'm gonna overlay some footage right now actually of me trying to shoot video with this camera in our fully lit living room. Well, let me rephrase that. I had the blinds closed and the lights down best I could, but daylight, you know, could still get in. And honestly, this projector is pretty much unusable in any sort of ambient light. You really need a pitch black or very close to pitch black room to use this projector. Now, regardless of the generation, first generation or second gen, this was still an issue. Neither of these projectors, even the updated one, has enough power to make it worth trying to use it in a fully lit room. So I know I mentioned earlier, like presentations, you can't do a presentation even in like a mildly lit room. You're gonna need to like dim all the lights. Now that completely changes once the ambient light is off. As you can see from the footage now, the picture is very clear, very vivid, and this is just the first gen, okay? We're gonna show the updated Y3 in a second, but both of these projectors perform substantially better once you have the lights off. Now, I said that I wasn't gonna try and fill the whole screen, but I actually do have each image at about 100 inches right now, and it's still very, very bright, even on the first gen, which has the reduced lower rated brightness, and this is the one that has the native 480p resolution, okay? So I've got the projector maybe 10 feet from the screen, as well as the camera, and this is, once again, the first gen. So let's switch over to the one we're reviewing in this video, which is the Yotan Y3 Second Gen. All right, and this is the Yotan Y3 Second Generation, and the first thing that really stands out to me with this guy is that the image quality is so much better. It definitely is clearer. This one is rated at native 720p. I think it goes up to 1080i, and the first gen is rated at 480p native. Honestly, both of these images looks HD, and I really think it looks great. You can hear the speaker. For how small this projector is, it's got really good output as far as volume. You know, if you're in a pinch and you don't connect it to some sort of external speaker. Now, the other thing that I noticed with this second gen is that the image is a lot bigger. It actually stretches off of the screen, and it extends beyond the borders that the other one did. This is definitely filling the full 120 and even a little more so. And it's got a pretty wide throw for being only 10 feet from the projector, so you don't need a ton of distance between your screen and the projector to make it work. Now, as far as the brightness, I can't honestly tell just myself with my eyes, but that may just be because my eyes can't pick it up. But when I tested both of these in the fully lit room, again, neither of them could really handle all of the ambient light. You need a dark room. But I'm definitely going to give the edge to the Yotan Y3 Second Gen when it comes to the quality of the image, the clarity, as well as the ability to project on a bigger surface more easily. And there you have it. That is a look at the Yotan Y3 updated 2022 version. Do you think it's worth picking one of these up? It's not like they raised the price or anything. If you don't have one, I think it's a no-brainer to grab one of these. It's just a handy little thing to have. You can pull this out and be the savior in a meeting if you need to play some content. Your kids will love you if you're out camping, or your friends, you're at the lake. Something like this would be awesome to have. So I'll include a link down in the description. You can go buy through there, support the channel. I would of course love you for it. And thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time.